Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to answer one of your questions. So yesterday I got this question: can you explain how you make multiple pages within a gallery? I want to upload different galleries, separating them within the main gallery. Does that make sense? It does. So let me show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you how to do that in 7.1. So if you have a website with Squarespace that's older than 3 years old, the look and feel is going to be different. And this is going to emphasize their new version, 7.1. If you just started a website in the last few months or in the last year or so, you'll be fine. All right, the first thing you're going to want to do is go into Pages and basically start creating your gallery pages. I have a video breakdown of all the different types of options you have for creating those pages, but what you want to do is create the separate pages. So what I would do is I go to the not linked section. As you could see here in my demo website, I have a ton of random content, but I would go into the not linked section, I click the plus sign, and then I would click blank page. In most cases, this is going to work for you perfectly. I'm going to show you another method at the end of the video doing this with portfolio, but I'm going to show you the benefits of why you're going to want to do it as a blank page instead. So blank page, this is going to be gallery 1. And for sake of consistency, I'm just going to call this Asia. Let's say I'm a photographer and I travel the world taking photos, and I'm going to separate all the galleries by location. Asia, Africa, Europe, South America, all that. So this one is going to be Asia. Well, just like that, I created the page, and then I come in here and I create the sections. This is a really high level overview, so I'm not going to go into detail. But I'll start with blank. I'll call this Asia. I'll make this like that, center that, cool. And then down here, I'm going to create a gallery. Again, there's a few ways to do this, but what I will focus on here is let's just use the gallery feature. So I'm just going to use this and then click here and use the masonry look and feel. So boom, we got ourselves a gallery. Then I'll hit save, and we're good to go. Perfect. So I've duplicated it. I have Asia and I have Africa, and I keep going and make more. So now you build out all your galleries. Once you do that, then you can link them together. So the question here is, can you explain how you make multiple pages within a gallery? Well, you don't technically make them within a gallery, but this is what you do. So if I go to our homepage, for example, and I want to add a section here that is our galleries. So let's just say I'm adding it here. This is my demo website, so it's a bit of a hot mess, but we'll click add section. And then here, I'm gonna choose list. You can choose a few different things, but I'm just gonna choose list and use that. You could also use gallery. Actually, in this case, I'm gonna use gallery. You could do it with either way, but I'm gonna do gallery. And I'm gonna choose a look and feel more like this. So there were a lot of ways to lay this out. You decide for yourself, but let's take a look at these 6 images. So here, I'm gonna click on this little image, and then in here, I could add a link to any of these images. So what you do is, let's say this one is gonna go to Asia. Well, you just add / and then just start typing in the page, and you'll see it shows up right here. Then you'll go to the next one and then type in whatever that next page is, and boom, you are linking them just like that. You can do a lot of other features here of opening it in a new window, whatever you want to do, but in this case, we're going to keep it on the same window and we're going to point them to the individual pages. So then you just upload one unique image for that gallery and you're good to go. Now, I'm ready to hit save, but I do want to do one more thing. Let's just add a title for sake of usability or the user experience. Let me hit add section. And then what I do is it's a big section, but I will call this our galleries and do that. Perfect. And then just make this smaller. So section height, I would do small, but it's a little bit too big. I'll just do it like that. Feels like it flows. And then here even, I would do section height. Can I change this? This is on inset. So if I do full bleed, it'll change it a bit there. What's full look like? In this case, I'm just going to keep full bleed because it goes all the way to the top. It leaves some room on the sides, which I think is nice. So let's just do 50 and we'll be good to go. All right. So from there, I'll hit save and now you'll see how this works. All right. So we have this section here, our galleries, beautiful. You'll see it when I hover over it, the mouse changes. to the pointer, when I click on it, it takes me to the Asia gallery, just like that. And then you could create a section or a way to go back on this page. You could say go back home or back to galleries or whatever that is, and then just link it back to the home page or whatever page it is. And there you go. You have just created a gallery with pages within it. Now, let's talk about the portfolio. I really like portfolios, and I think they can work in this case really well, but you also just have to consider what you're trying to do. And I like having more control in the long run than the other way. So let's go to the plus sign, and then here, let's go to portfolio. And actually, because I have one, I'm just going to go directly into it. So what a portfolio is, it's basically like a blog structure where you have like a blog content structure and then blog posts underneath it. A portfolio is a portfolio structure, and then underneath it are individual portfolio pages. Now, the unique part here is that all the URLs will match this portfolio page. So say, for example, if this was gallery, let's go, just type in gallery and then hit save. You'll see here, if I go to project 1 and click settings, you're going to see the actual name here, the URL slug is /gallery/Asia. So all the URL slugs will have this underscore, this, not underscore, but gallery/Asia/Africa, whatever that might be. Now, that may actually work really well for you. And one of the main benefits of this is if you go all the way to the bottom of a gallery page, what it does is it creates this tab and this link to the next gallery. So if the first one was Asia and this one is Africa, well, I could click on that and it'll take me to the next one. So as you'll see here, it'll go in this order here. And then I could scroll to the bottom and you'll see now it has project 1 and project 3. So this could be South America, and you could keep going from there. You have all the features within the page, and it works really well. And now thinking about it again, for actually galleries and this setup specifically, it works really well because if we go back now and we go to the main portfolio page, if you take a look here, this is really powerful because you have this look and feel here. The only thing is there's limited controls you have. What I mean is, so you'll see these are our projects or our locations or our separate galleries. So if I click on project 2, say this is Africa, and I go into this, well, amazing, awesome, I'm in here, and then I could go through them. But let's take a look at what you have to customize, the customization options you have for a portfolio. So if I click edit, this operates a little differently. So you'll see manage projects here, but then there's this pencil. Now these are the options you have for layout. So you have a grid overlay, you have hover, follow cursor, or fix. I'll show you what that is. Both of those are very similar. So you'll see project. So if people hover over it, they'll see like project 1, project 3, all that. Then you have grid simple, which it just lays out as a simple grid, which looks nice as well. Here you could change the number of columns. Let's change this to 3. So this looks very similar to what we had on the homepage. It even has a zoom in effect. I think you could hover effect is zoom, fade. So you could have a different effect here, whatever you like. So hover background is an option. That's where you hover over one of these and it changes the background image. It's really cool. It's really intensive. And the user experience is not intuitive for a lot of people when they first enter it. So could work, could be a good option for you. And then we have grid overlay, which is where we started. So those are your options there. As you can see, there's no slider here if you really want a slider. There's no masonry gallery style here either. So you have to just be cognizant of what the layout is for the main one that you want so that this works well. Friends, if you got value from today's video, hit that like button. When you hit the like button, it tells me that you got value from today's content. It tells the YouTube algorithm some fancy, important, critical information, but it tells me you got value from today's content. Next, if you want more resources for your site on Squarespace, anything from SEO to blogging, check out the links below. We have so many resources on our website, And we're publishing new resources each and every month. So we have plugins, we have downloadables, we have free downloadables, we have blog posts, we have a ton of content, we have a ton of services, a ton of great things for you. Finally, if you want more content just like this, consider subscribing. We publish 3 new videos a week. My mind is blown that we're publishing 3 videos a week. It is a lot of content, but we're doing it for you. So 3 videos a week. If you want more, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.